Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is going to be a Patreon request for Gardelane. This is a game I've never heard about and a new one on the channel. Opus Rocket of Whispers. Song is called 21 Grams featuring Fei Lin. I'm guessing there's a guest vocalist, but it is called 21 Grams. Everything here so far has been very mysterious. 21 Grams is a very mysterious name, and Opus Rocket of Whispers is just as a mysterious name. So I'm excited. I love the underdog random games you never hear about. Let's go. 21 Grams. Ooh, cool. We got a visualization. I love these kind of images. I guess they're in space. I don't know who composed this. Very melancholy. Oh. Little snare drum. Sounds really good, production-wise. Into Nightwish territory with the electric guitars. So angelic. Okay. That was one of the more mysterious songs I've had for many reasons. Not in any sort of negative way, but just everything from the title of the game to the song name to the image we see to the vocals and the sound going from like one thing to then a little heavier. I just was kind of question marks everywhere, just firing off in my head. I couldn't help but feel so calm. It was such a relaxing kind of track, but I just was unaware of what was going to happen at any given second, especially when the electric guitars kicked in and I compared it to Nightwish. And I haven't heard much of them, so I can't really like recommend a song. I just know that they kind of have that sound. Maybe someone else can list a better or a song from Nightwish, but it just kind of reminded me of that. But it did remind me of something somewhat similar, at least the beginning half of it. And that's a song that I didn't think I was gonna talk about in this channel ever, but it's from Caspa called Rock Bottom. It is a song that's very similar in atmosphere, kind of spacey, but it has more of an electronic punch to it as opposed to this. I don't even know what this was, to be honest. I wouldn't even know where to put it into a genre, if it's genre-less, if it's just kind of a mix of stuff. I'm more just trying to wrap my head around what I just experienced. And one thing that's kind of interesting, I never really mentioned something like this before on the channel, but it says right here in the title, it's called Rocket of Whispers OST, and then it says the number 42, and then the song name. So 42 meaning like number 42 in the song track list. Which, I'm going to make a total assumption here. 42 is a lot. For some games it isn't a lot, but you know, that's a lot of songs, 42 songs. So I'm assuming that maybe that's near the end or 3/4 of the way of the game. Because most times OSTs, I think actually all times, the OST is numbered in order from when you hear it. So let's say the game has 50 songs and 42. It could also have like 300, so it's just a guess. But if I was to guess, I would say this is kind of like 3/4 of the way into the game. I'm not really getting end game feel from it. It could be though. It's so broad in sound. It could be credits. It could be the last scene. But to me, it felt more like, I don't know. It had a little bit of hopefulness still. So maybe the story wasn't over. I'm like making things up in my head because I didn't have much to work with. Like everything is so vague here. It's really pretty. Like everything was really cool and artistic though. You know, I'm sure Opus Rocket of Whispers means something clearly. It doesn't mean just nothing. And I'm sure 21 grams definitely means something. But all I have is this image of a snowy planet and this potential couple and or sibling, brother and sister. I don't know. And I think I would have felt the same way if I didn't have an image. It was just black. I just felt like I was kind of just drifting into the abyss, but yet in a scary kind of way, like not comforting 100%. It still had a little bit of like tension to the song a little bit. So I didn't know what to feel. I basically don't know what to feel or to do here. It's just kind of like I know it's pretty and it did its job. You have to remember there's no context in my head. So I would say it's leaning towards the, wow, I really like this. But in reality, I'm kind of like neutral. Like I'm just like, okay, well, that was interesting. It caught my attention. It's different. You know, all these little things I can check off everything I've been talking about so far. So it's going to come down to the thing that I surprisingly say almost in every video, and I'm curious. So this is where you guys come in. If you're new to this channel, I very rarely Google stuff about this. Like I don't look up information before I start listening or look up stuff after I listen. I usually just kind of go in totally blind and just kind of make scenarios or what I felt from the music. So that's kind of why I like my comment section, is because they just are like, hey, well, this is what actually happens, and this is how close you were, or this is how really far off you were, and that's okay. It's just, I'm not making like educated guesses to try to get on the money. I'm just trying to tell you what inspires my thoughts. And I can honestly say in this one, I have like almost no thoughts. It's totally, I feel the same way I did before I clicked play. Like this person I am now versus the person I was 10 minutes ago is the exact same. So it's almost like I didn't hear it at all. But don't confuse that for a negative. I don't dislike it. I definitely lean towards to like it. I'm just kind of like, whoa. What was that? Curiosity. In my head, or in my opinion, I should say, curiosity is definitely a good thing. That means you want to learn more, you want to explore, you want to take the time. If you weren't curious, then it wouldn't have like hit you or struck you in any way. You'd just been like, okay. So curiosity is good. Really cool, Gardeling. Thank you. Please let me know more. I know you will. If you want to make a request to me and tell me more about Opus, Rocket of Whispers, and Phelan, the guest singer, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are okay if you do not mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is the Patreon Platinum tier support, the Platinum Trophy support, I should say, and that it basically expedites your request to the very top, shortening the wait time significantly, basically skipping the line. A big shout out to Justin, Moon Knight, Roguemock, Thomas, Kevin, Jester, Your Average Metalhead, and Leaky Peach for being a part of that. Thanks again to Gardelane for the request. Thanks to everyone that you see here for supporting me. My PayPal supporters as well. Thanks for you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. My name is Jesse. VGM rules. VGM rules. Have a nice night.